Good evening, Mavericks and Giants fans alike. Welcome back to another live stream here on July 14th between the Medicine Hat Mavericks and Fort McMurray Giants. Tonight is the second game of a doubleheader here at Athletic Park today. Mavericks took on the Giants at 3:05 local time, where the Giants came out with a 7-3 win. Mavericks are now 26-7 on the season. 27-6 on the season, sorry, and the Fort McMurray Giants are 13-22. In the first game of the day, the Giants took a 73 win, with Nicholas Cardinal picking up the victory for the Giants and Connor Green picking up the loss for the Mavericks. Nicholas Cardinal threw a 7-inning complete game, giving up 3 runs on 6 hits and 3 strikeouts. Connor Green picked up the loss, throwing 3 innings, giving up 4 runs on 7 hits and 5 strikeouts. Junior Pimentel came in relief for the Mavericks, throwing 3 innings, only giving up 3 runs on 4 hits. Sal Rodriguez got a 2 RBI home run for the Mavericks in the game and led the offense for the Mavs. David Salguero picking up the other RBI for the Mavs for their 3 runs. No batter got over 1 hit for the Mavericks in the game. They only came out with 6 hits overall. Fort McMurray had 11 hits this afternoon. BJ Menarthen had 2, Jonathan Lindau had 2, Liam Rahala had 2, and Zachary Coronios with 2 as well. Jonathan Lindau led the Giants with 3 RBI in the game, leading them to the 7-3 victory. Tonight's starting lineup for the visiting Fort McMurray Giants: batting first and starting in center field, number 26, Jordan Stickler. The second batter in the lineup, playing second base this evening, number 6, BJ Menarthen. Menarthen has played third last night and this afternoon. Jonathan Lindell, number 15, DHs and bats third for the Giants. Liam Rahala, the shortstop, number 10, bats fourth for the Giants. And the number 5 batter is the first baseman, number 20, Zachary Coronios. In the 6th spot is left fielder, number 99, Mike Bowes. And number 11, batting 7th, Brandon Green, makes his first start in the last 2 days, playing third base. Adam North is catching this evening, number 3, and batting 8th. And in the number 9 spot, it's number 8, Tristan Richardson, the right fielder. Pedrick Walsh is pitching for the Giants. And for the home team, the Medicine Hat Mavericks, batting first is number 2, David Salguero, the center fielder. And batting second, the shortstop for this evening's game, is number 4, Louis Canjura. Batting third, catching this evening, is number 25, Colton Wright. And in the 4th spot is first baseman, number 31, Zach Gray. DHing for this evening's game is number 20, Sal Rodriguez. In the 6th spot is the second baseman, number 1, Nolan Radai. And in batting 7th, number 11, the left fielder, Julian Lee. Batting 8th, the third baseman, number 27, David Vilches. And in the 9th spot, number 16, Michael Kahn, the right fielder. And on the mound for the Mavericks is number 26, Matt Brooks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now draw your attention to the area behind home plate where
Pedrick Walsh is making his 4th appearance of the season. This will be his first start in a Giants uniform. In his 3 appearances so far this season out of relief, Pedrick Walsh has pitched 6 innings, giving up 4 hits and 2 earned runs. He's also struck out 7 batters in those 6 innings with a 2.33 ERA. He'll be making his first start of the season tonight. And for the Mavericks, Matt Brooks is making his 5th appearance and 4th start. In 4 appearances, Brooks has pitched 19 innings, giving him 19 hits and 9 runs. He's also only walked 3 batters while striking out 23 in 19 innings. Brooks has a 2-0 record and a 3.31 ERA. He'll be looking to keep that record at 100%. Tonight, against the Giants, they get the Mavericks back in the win column. Mavericks now 27-6 after this afternoon's loss to the Giants. They're still in first place in the Western Division. After the loss this afternoon, they now only have a 4.5 game lead over the Okotoks Dogs. Mavericks 27-6 and Okotoks Dogs 22-10 and second in the division. Tonight's game is our superhero night at Athletic Park. So just like on Father's Day and Canada Day, the Mavericks will be wearing special superhero type jerseys. These ones are comic strip. They're like a comic strip. So they're quite an interesting looking jersey. If you want a closer look at them, look on our Twitter and Facebook pages, Medicine Hat Mavericks. They're really funky, blue and yellow, and they look like a comic strip. They'll be wearing these until the third inning, and after the third inning, they'll go on sale here at Athletic Park, where all proceeds from the jerseys will be going to the Alberta Children's Hospital Foundation. A good cause for the Medicine Hat Mavericks to be supporting for their third game, where they're wearing special jerseys for the first 3 innings. After the third inning, they'll be wearing their regular home jerseys. National Anthem and first pitch will be underway just in about 10 minutes. Stick around and we'll be underway soon.
Shortstop, Liam Rahela. Followed by number 20, Zach Cornelius. And left fielder, number 99, Mike Bose. Batting 8th left fielder, number 11, Brandon Green. Sorry, batting 7th, Green, batting 8th, the catcher, Adam North. And rounding out the order, number 8 right fielder, Tristan Richardson. Drake Walsh pitching. Ladies and gentlemen, time out for your Mavericks starting lineup. Brought to you by Morrison Movement Therapy. And of course, you'll notice the flashy, splashy comic book themed jerseys. We hope you enjoy those. You get a chance to purchase those and help out Alberta Children's Hospital as well. Here they are, center fielder number 2, David Salguero. Shortstop number 4, Louis Ventura. And batting third, the catcher number 25, Colton Wright. Cleanup hitter, first baseman number 31, Zach Gray. Batting fifth, the DH number 20, Sal Rodriguez. Batting sixth, wearing number 1, second baseman Nolan Ratai. Batting seventh, left fielder number 11, Julian Lee. In the 8th spot, third baseman number 27, David Vilches. And right fielder, batting 9th, number 16, Michael Kahn. Pitcher, number 26, Matt Brooks. And the Mavericks coaching staff, Andrew Murphy, Phelan Lantini, Kyle Swanek, and General Manager Greg Morrison. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to field level, and we ask that you please stand and remove your headwear and join in the singing of O Canada as performed by anthemist Edmund Kempfor.
O Canada, our home and native land, through patriot love, in all of us command, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Let's hear it for Edmund Kempfor. Well done. Bravo. Tonight
Welcome, fans. We're ready to go here at Athletic Park. It's Superhero Night. The Mavericks are wearing superhero-themed jerseys tonight until the third inning, and then after that, they'll be switching into their regular home jerseys. This game is the second half of a back-to-back doubleheader between the Fort McMurray Giants and Medicine Hat Mavericks. Giants took the first game 7-3 this afternoon. Mavericks will be looking to bounce back and hopefully get another victory against the Giants here tonight. Mavericks are now 5-1 on the season against the Giants. Giants picking up their first win against the Mavericks this afternoon.
Little heroes who need our help. We direct your attention now to the pictures now to welcome a very special superhero.
Giants picked up the win this afternoon. 7-3 was the victory.
It causes heart problems, bleeding disorders, and unique physical features among many other things. And he survived open heart surgery at just 4 months old. You name it, he's had surgery for it. His mom, Brittany, says the doctors and nurses and child life staff at Alberta Children's Hospital have always given the best possible care for Fisher.
This afternoon's game, because it was a rain out from Fort McMurray was the home team, so the Mavericks were batting in the top of the inning, and the Fort McMurray Giants were batting in the bottom of the inning. That's going to change here this evening. Back to the regular Mavericks being the home team here at Athletic Park. Giants are the visitors this evening. After the loss, Mavericks come into this game 7-3 in their last 10. Fort McMurray Giants are still 5-5 in their last 10. They're now 13-22 on the season. Mavericks 27-6. Matt Brooks gets the start for the Mavericks here this evening.
Conditions of game time here at Athletic Park. It is clear and sunny and 22 degrees. Winds are out of the north.
Brooks is making his 7th appearance for the season and his 6th start.
Calling for the temperature to drop to 17 degrees.
Sorry, fans.
By 10 p.m.
Brooks making his 5th appearance and 4th start of the year. In those 4 appearances, he pitched 19 innings, giving him 19 hits, 9 earned runs, only 3 walks, and 23 strikeouts, and a 2-0 record, 3.31 ERA. The defense behind Brooks tonight for the Mavericks, Colton Wright is catching, with David Vilches playing third base. Louis Canjura is playing shortstop tonight for the Mavs, and Nolan Rada is on second. Zach Gray takes first base, with Sal Rodriguez as the designated hitter. In left field, Julian Lee is playing for the Mavs. Center fielder is the regular David Salguero, and in right field, just like this afternoon, Michael Kahn. We're about to get underway here in the top of the first. Top of the order for the Giants, same as this afternoon. It's Stickler, Menarson, and Lindo. Menarson's playing second rather than third, and Lindo is DHing rather than playing catcher behind the plate. Jordan Stickler still out there in center field, and he'll lead us off for the second time today. First pitch from Brooks. In there, called strike. It's 0-1. Oh, 1 count to Jordan Stickler. And the second pitch from Brooks is a slider that catches the outside corner, 0-2. Stickler went 1 for 2 this afternoon with 2 walks and 2 runs. It was a good afternoon at the plate for the leadoff hitter from the Giants, and he's going to ground this one towards the shortstop, Canjura. Canjura is going to make the throw to Gray, and the leadoff hitter is retired for the Giants.
Superheroes and other fans, please remember that balls and bats can leave the playing field at any time. Unless you're Deadpool, you do not want to get hit. Pay attention to the game. If you catch a foul ball, it can be turned into
BJ Benarson steps up to the plate for the first time this evening in this afternoon's game. Benarson was 2 for 4 with 2 runs. He played third base last night and this afternoon. BJ Menarson is playing second base this evening. 0-1 count to Menarson. And the second pitch is fouled off from the second baseman. And Menarson's going to line this one into short left center. Salguero tracks onto it, makes the catch. And the first two batter from the Giants are retired. Jonathan Lindau DHing this evening. Steps up to the plate for the first time in this game. This afternoon, Lindau went 2 for 3 with 3 RBI and a run. Lindau led his team and the game in RBI with 3. And he swings right through the second pitch, makes the count 1-1. Connor Green made the spot start for the Mavericks this afternoon. Matt Brooks gets to start tonight, and Lindau is going to have the first base hit of this evening's game. Floats a single over top of Zach Gray's head on first base. That one lands into right field. Base hit for Jonathan Lindau. He's 1 for 1 in this one. Liam Rahala steps up to the plate now. Here in the first inning, he's the number 4 batter. 1 on and 2 outs for the Giants here in the first inning. Liam Rahala went 2 for 3 with an RBI in the game this afternoon. One count at the plate on the called strike. And it's 2-1. Brooks throws a fastball up high and inside. Can't find a strike zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two outs here in the top of the first. Brooks looking to get out of the inning. And Rahal is going to foul one off behind home plate. That evens up the count, 2-2. Two and two at the plate. 2 outs, 1 on for the Giants. In this afternoon's game, Fort McMurray scored 1, but they won't get any here as Brooks ends the inning with a strikeout. Liam Rahala goes down looking. 1 hit for the Giants and no runs in the first inning. Mavericks off to a better start this evening than they were this afternoon. At the end of the first, Fort McMurray was leading 1-0. Mavericks get through 1 unscathed in the second game of the doubleheader.
Nothing across for the Giants in their half of the first inning. We're heading to the bottom of 1. And we're tied at 0.
Pedrick Walsh gets his first start of the year for the Giants. So far this season, he's made 3 appearances out of the bullpen. Pedrick has pitched 6 innings, giving up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, and he struck out 7 batters. He has a 2.33 ERA. We'll see what he can do here for the Giants in his first start of the season.
This activity brought to you by MMA Press, the official design and print sponsor of your Mavericks.
Top of the order for the Mavericks here in the first inning. It'll be David Salguero, Louis Canjura, and Colton Wright.
Golf's at Desert Blue Golf Club.
Canjura and Colton Wright both got the afternoon off. They didn't play in the loss. Salguero led off for the Mavs, going 0 for 4 with an RBI. Salguero wasn't able to get any hits, but still got an RBI. He reached in one of his at bats on an error that drove in a run from third. David Salguero will be looking for a better game at the plate here this evening. We're about to get started here in the bottom of the first. Salguero steps up to the plate for the first time this evening.
Now batting for the Mavericks, number 2, center fielder David Salguero.
Salguero shows bunt, but the pitch is outside. It's 1-0. The defense behind Pedrick Walsh, Adam North is catching for the Giants. On third base is Brandon Green. Liam Rahal is playing shortstop. BJ Menarson on second, and Zachary Coronio is playing first base. Out in left field is Mike Bowes. Center fielder Jordan Stickler and Tristan Richardson is out there in right field. 2-0 count at the plate to Salguero. And Walsh throws one in the dirt, makes it 3-0 to the leadoff batter for the Mavericks. 3-0 count. And Walsh gets one in there, a strike over top of the plate. That one in the upper half of the strike zone. 3 balls, 1 strike to Salguero, the leadoff batter for the Mavericks in this game. And Salguero's going to walk in 5 pitches. Mavericks get the leadoff batter aboard. Back to normal here this evening at Athletic Park. This afternoon's game had the Mavericks batting in the top of the inning and the Giants batting in the bottom of the inning because it was a Giants home game. Little bit different for the Mavericks at Athletic Park. Back to normal in the bottom half, and Salguero takes off for second, and he'll be in there with a stolen base. His 19th of the season. 19 stolen bases now for David Salguero. On the call strike at the plate, Louis Canjura now batting for the first time today. He didn't play this afternoon. It's 0-1. Oh, 2 count. Canjura swings through one in the dirt. Pedrick Walsh looking for that first out of the game. Oh, 2 count at the plate. And Canjura is going to ground one to the third baseman, Brandon Green, who makes a throw over to first and gets the first out of the game for the Giants.
Now batting for the Mavericks, number 25, the catcher, Colton Wright.
Salguero is on second, and there's 1 out for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the first. Colton Wright steps up to the plate. He also Oh, 1 count to Colton Wright. 1 out here in the bottom of the first with 1 runner in scoring position for the Mavericks. And Wright's going to ground this one towards Brandon Green at third. 2 straight 5-3 outs from Mavericks batters. And there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Louis Canjura and Colton Wright both grounding out to Brandon Green on third. Salguero can't advance on the infield out.
Come back for the Mavericks, first baseman.
So he stays on second, and Zach Gray steps up to the plate. First pitch from Walsh is in the dirt. It's the count, 1-0. Sal Rodriguez is on deck for the Mavericks, as Zach Gray is in the batter's box. 1-0 count from Pedrick Walsh. And the second pitch is a called strike on the inside corner. Makes a count at the plate, 1-1. And Gray's going to line this one into center field. Salguero is coming around third for home. Salguero is going to be in there. Safe at home and safe at second. It's 1-0 for the Mavericks. RBI single for Zach Gray.
There you go, fans. First one of the game. Keep an eye open. Your chance to win right now. 2020 Vision Care Spongy Baseballs.
This afternoon, the Giants took the early 1-0 lead after the first inning. And here this evening, Mavericks will do the same to the Giants. 1-0 for the Mavericks here in the first inning. Zach Gray with an RBI single. He advances second on the throw.
Now batting for the Mavericks, number 20, DH Sal Rodriguez.
Tonight's designated hitter, Sal Rodriguez, steps up to the plate. Rodriguez had a 2-run home run in the first game this afternoon. Zach Gray was on second base when the 2 RBI home run happened from Rodriguez. We'll see if he can do the same here in the first inning this evening and replicate it. Rodriguez got his 3rd home run of the year. So we'll be looking for his 4th of the year and 2nd of the day tonight. 1-0 for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the first. 2 outs and 1 on. Runner in scoring position. Zach Gray on second base with Sal Rodriguez at the plate. And Rodriguez is going to strike out looking to end the first inning. Pedrick Walsh gets out of the first, only allowing 1 run on 1 hit and 1 walk.
One run and 1 hit. No errors and 1 runner left on board. We are lead by 1 through 1 complete. Mavericks and Fort McMurray. Make sure you get your 50-50.
Matt Brooks takes the mound for the second inning here at Athletic Park. He gave up no runs on 1 hit to the Giants in the first inning. He also struck out 1 batter. The batter he struck out was Liam Rahala, and Jonathan Lindo got the base hit for the Giants. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters here in the second inning for the Giants. Zachary Coronios, Mike Bowes, and Brandon Green. Brandon Green makes his first appearance of the series for the Giants. He didn't play in last night's game or this afternoon. It's the same with Adam North, the catcher. Tristan Richardson makes his second appearance of the series. He didn't play this afternoon, but he did play last night. The rest are all making their third appearance. Jordan Stickler, BJ Menarson, Jonathan Lindo, Liam Rahala, Zachary Kronos, and Mike Bowes. BJ Menarson played third base last night and this afternoon, but is playing second this evening. Zachary Koronios is coming up to the plate now, number 5 hitter. gets ready to lead off the top of the second.
Number 20, Zach Cornelius.
Coronios went 2 for 4 in this afternoon's game with 1 run. And the first pitch of the second inning is just outside. Ball 1. And Coronia's going to fly this one into deep left. Julian Lee gets under it and gets the first out of the second inning. Coronios 0 for 1. Mike Bowes steps up to the plate.
Mike Bowes, left fielder.
Bowes is playing left field this evening. In this afternoon's game, Bowes went 0 for 4. He'll be looking for his first hit of the day in this evening's game. First pitch he sees tonight, he fouls off and gets behind 0-1. Second pitch called strike. Matt Brooks finds the outside bottom corner. The count to Bowes is 0-2. And he struck out looking. Brooks finds the outside corner in the upper half. 2 strikeouts now on the night for Matt Brooks.
Your batter brought to you by Budget Blinds. Budget Blinds is Statland is Nick Fury for every budget. If he strikes out, the dollar up beer for the next 5 minutes. Number 11, Brandon Green, third baseman.
Brandon Green on the first pitch is going to hit it right up the middle. Green gets a base hit here in the second inning. Ground ball over top of second base, right by the pitcher, Matt Brooks. Gets on, base hit with 2 outs here in the second inning. Second hit of the evening for the Giants here in the second inning. Adam North, the catcher, steps up to the plate for the first time in this series. First pitch he watches go by for a called strike. It's 0-1. North swings through the second Brooks offering. And Brooks gets ahead, 0-2. So far through 1 2/3, Brooks with 2 strikeouts, looking for strikeout number 3 here against Adam North. Third pitch is outside. Makes the count 1-2 to this evening's catcher for the Giants. And North is going to foul one off. This one over towards the batting cages behind right field. Keeps the count at 1-2. North with another opportunity at the plate. Brooks with the 5th pitch. And it's in the dirt. The breaking ball can't find the strike zone. Evens up the count, 2-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Time is called at the plate. And North gets back in there and gets ready for the 6th pitch from Matt Brooks, and the pitch is in. And North is going to swing right through it. Brooks gets his 3rd strikeout of the evening, and no runs come around for the Giants yet through 2 innings.
1-0 for the Mavericks, bottom of 2 coming up in minutes.
We're going into the bottom of the 2nd now here at Athletic Park in this evening's game, the 2nd game of a doubleheader between the Giants and the Mavericks. This afternoon's game was a makeup game due to a rainout in Fort McMurray on June 22nd. Giants ended up winning 7-3, their first win of the season against the Mavericks this season. Mavericks now 5-1 against the Giants here in 2018. Going into the bottom of the 2nd, Mavericks have a 1-0 lead here at Athletic Park.
Again, BZN 2172. Congrats on your laziness and keeping your car clean. You're a winner.
Pedrick Walsh, through 1 inning, gave up 1 run to the Mavericks on 1 hit and 1 walk. Zach Ray with the RBI single scored Salguero. Walsh also had 1 strikeout in the 1st, striking out Sal Rodriguez.
Come on, Iron Man, do something. Be Iron Man. Iron Man doesn't wave. Iron Man goes. Who's up first? Not sure.
Nolan Radeye stepping up to the plate to start off the bottom of the 2nd. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters. Radeye, Julian Lee, and David Vilches. Nolan Radeye went 1 for 3 in this afternoon's game. David Vilches was 1 for 3 as well with 1 run scored. Julian Lee did not play in the afternoon game, but he gets a start here this evening. Radeye steps up to the plate, start off the bottom of the 2nd. First pitch from Walsh, finds the outside bottom corner, makes a pitch, it's 0-1. 0-1 count, Walsh gets ahead. And the 2nd pitch is way outside. Adam North has to reach out for him. Makes the catch, and it's 1-1. And Radeye is going to hit a hard line drive towards the shortstop, Liam Rahala. He can't make the grab. And it's a base hit for Nolan Radeye. Gets on as the leadoff batter here in the 2nd inning.
Now batting for the Mavericks, left fielder, number 11, Julian Lee.
2nd straight inning where the leadoff batter gets on for the Mavericks. Salguero got on with a leadoff walk and ended up scoring. We'll see if Radeye can do the same. Julian Lee now batting for the Mavs. Julian Lee leads the Mavericks offense in batting average with a .393 this season. He has 24 hits and 13 runs. Over the past month, he has been a hot bat at the plate, especially here at Athletic Park. .2-0 count at the plate. Lee also walks quite often. He has 12 walks on the season so far. And Walsh with the off-speed pitch there finds the strike zone, and it's 2-1. 2-1 as Walsh checks Rat-Eye on first base, but he's back safely. No problem for Rat-Eye. And Lee is going to rip this one down to first base line. It gets past Coronios. Rat-Eye's coming around from first. He's going to score. It's an RBI double for Julian Lee. Rat-Eye does score just like David Salguero did in the first inning. Good contact from Julian Lee as he scored the Mavericks. 27, David Vilches.
27, David Vilches. Couldn't read the number.
Mavericks only got 6 hits in the ball game this afternoon. They're already with 3 here in the second inning. The bats seem to be a little bit more alive here this evening in the superhero jerseys. No outs here in the bottom of the second already. 1 run has come around. Julian Lee on second base, another runner in scoring position for the Mavericks. David Vilches at the plate, and it's an 0-2 count. Vilches went 1 for 3 in the game this afternoon, playing third base. Oh, 2 count. Pedrick Walsh looking for the first out of the second inning here. And David Vilches rips this one high to center field. It's going to be over top of Jordan Stickler's head. And Vilcher is going to have it. RBI double as well. Julian Lee comes around to score. Vilches hitting that one hard to deep straight center. The line drive will score Lee, and it's 3-0 for the Mavericks. 4 hits already now through 2 innings. Three straight hits for the Mavs. Rat-Eye, Julian Lee, and David Vilches. Lee and Vilches both with doubles. Michael Kahn, the number 9 batter in the Mavericks lineup, steps up to the plate. Comes on with nobody out and a runner in scoring position. David Vilches on second. Michael Kahn went 1 for 2 with a walk in the afternoon game.
You know, that is one smart bird, hey? Talk about a safe place to be.
And it's 1-1. At the plate to David, to Michael Kahn. Michael Kahn, 1-1 count at the plate. Mavericks only got 6 hits in this afternoon game, so everybody only went around 3 times at the plate. So Kahn was 1 for 2 with a walk. 2-1 count. Pedrick Walsh throws one outside. Another pitch outside from Walsh. Makes the count 3-1. Michael Kahn watching these go by.
That's great entertainment.
3-1's the count. Michael Kahn walked once this afternoon, and he's going to rip this one hard into right field. That one is straight to Tristan Richardson. Vilches is going to advance on the throw. Sack fly from Kahn. Advances Vilches to third.
Top of the order now for the Mavericks, the center fielder David Salguero.
Kahn got good contact there, and he hit it hard. Couldn't keep it away from Tristan Richardson. It was right to him. Now batting for the second time here this game in the bottom of the second. With 1 out and a runner on third. It's the leadoff batter for the Mavs, David Salguero. Salguero walked and scored in the first inning. Salguero was walked and stole second and then came around on the RBI single from Zach Gray. And Salguero's going to hit this one into deep left field. It gets over top of Mike Bau's head. He jumped for it and reached for it. Couldn't make the play. And Salguero's going to be in there with an RBI triple. Bau's tried to make the play on it out there in left field and couldn't reach up and grab it. Salguero makes it all the way to third. And it's 4-0 for the Mavs here in the second inning. Salguero with his third triple of the season. And that third triple now has him tied atop the league. Salguero now tied for first in the league in triples with 3. Gets the RBI, makes this game 4-0. Mavericks getting 3 runs here in the second. Louis Canjura steps up to the plate for the second time. And Pedro Qual sends in a slider that catches the inside half of the strike zone, makes the count 1-1 on the second pitch.
Not many people do, but those that do.
Canjura swings right through the third offering. Gets behind and count now 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes here to Louis Canjura, 1 out, and a runner on third base for the Mavericks. And Canjura is going to foul one off, keeps the count 1-2. Mavericks already with more runs than they had this afternoon here in the second inning. 4-0 for the Mavs when they lost 7-3 to the Giants earlier in the day. Another foul ball at the plate from Louis Canjura. Playing shortstop tonight. He's battling at the plate, trying to keep this at bat alive. And it's a ball from Walsh. That pitch up high. 2-2 at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Canjura fouls off a third pitch of this at bat. Seven pitches now as we wait for pitch number 8 from Walsh.
I'm good. Thank you.
And Canjura gets all that one, grounds it towards Coronios at first. And Canjura is going to be safe on first base. And a run comes around to score. Salguero already with his second run this game here in the second inning. Error. That was right, Adam. Canjura gets the RBI on the error.
That brings up number 25, the catcher, Colton Wright.
And Canjura is safe on first. Mavericks bring around 4 this inning. They're now up 5-0. Colton Wright steps up to the plate for the second time this game. He grounded out to Brandon Green on third base in the first inning. Comes up 0 for 1, and he's in a 1-0 count. 2-0, the second pitch from Walsh is inside and down low. One out here in the bottom of the second. One runner on for the Mavericks. And it's a 2-1 count at the plate. Colton Wright watches one go by on the inner half. Two and one at the plate. Colton Wright waits for the fourth pitch of the at-bat. Walsh checks Kanjura on first twice there to make sure he's not leading off too far, and he gets back safely. Still 2-1 at the plate to Colton Wright. Fourth pitch is in, and it's up high. Walsh leaves that one outside the strike zone. Makes a count 3-1 here to Colton Wright in the second inning. Wright already 0 for 1. He'll be looking to get on base for the first time this game. Kanjura on first after reaching from the error from Coronios. And Wright is going to be walked in 5 pitches. That's now 2 base runners on board for the Mavericks here in the second inning.
Delivering to the plate, number 31, first baseman Zach Gray.
Quick mound meeting from the Giants here in the second inning as Zach Gray steps up to the plate. Gray already 1 for 1 with an RBI. He singled in the first inning.
Fans, reminder, please keep your kids away from the netting. That is a very dangerous place to be, so if they can stay back a few steps, that will be great. That's a great Spider-Man suit.
Lucas. Zach Gray steps up to the plate. Comes on with 1 out here in the bottom of the second and 2 runners on. He already has an RBI single to his name this game. Louis Kanjura is on second for the Mavs, and Colton Wright is on first. Second strike of the at-bat there. Walsh gets ahead 0-2. 0-2 count to Gray. Walsh looking for the second out of the inning. Not going to get it on the third pitch as he leaves that one outside. Can't bring it around back inside. And it's 1-2. 5 hits for the Mavericks so far. One of them coming from the bat of Zach Gray in the first. Two straight pitches outside from Walsh evens up the count 2-2. And Gray is going to foul one off. Keeps the count 2-2 and gives him another opportunity. And it's now a 3-2 count to Gray as he watches one go by wide and high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's a full count to Zach Gray. 2 runners on for the Mavs here in the bottom of the second. Sal Rodriguez on deck. And Gray's going to bloop this one into short right. That's going to find some grass. They're bringing the runner around. And the throw is high. Kanjura scores. Makes it 6-0 for the Mavs here in a second. RBI single for Zach Gray, his second of the night.
DH number 20, Sal Rodriguez.
Gray has 2 singles, both of them RBIs. And on both of them, he advances second on the throw and makes it so that there's 2 runners in scoring position for the Mavs here. Colton Wright on third and Zach Gray on second base for the Mavericks with 1 out. Sal Rodriguez at the plate. He's 0 for 1 this day with this game with a strikeout. Fouls off the first pitch of this at bat, and it's 0-1. Second pitch is down, home run. He's still looking for his first hit of this ball game, and he's going to be hit on the back. Pedrick Walsh loses control on the fastball that time, and he'll load the bases. Sal Rodriguez will take his base out first after being hit by the pitch. Now coming up to the plate with only 1 out and the bases loaded, the hometown boy, Nolan Radeye. Radeye is 1 for 1 today. He singled here in the second inning. This is his second at bat this inning. He scored on a Julian Lee double all the way from first. Radeye swings through the first pitch, and it's an 0-1 count. Julian Lee is on deck for the Mavericks. He had that RBI double here in the second inning, his first at-bat. 2-1 at the plate. Walsh throws 2 straight in the dirt. Radeye looking them off and gets ahead. Radeye swings on that. He takes a hard cut at it. Can't get enough of it. Fouls it off, and it's 2-2. Another full count at the plate as Pedrick Walsh throws one outside there. Can't get it over top of the plate, and that makes it 3-2. Pretty awesome night here at Athletic Park. We have Iron Man, a couple of stormtroopers, and lots of other superheroes around the park for Superhero Night. And Radeye is going to be walked. That draws in another run for the Mavericks. It's 7-0. Nolan Radeye gets the RBI just from watching 4 pitches go by outside the strike zone. Mavericks get 6 runs here in the second inning at 7-0. Maybe the Mavs should have wore their superhero jerseys this afternoon too. They would have had a little bit more luck. 7-0 here in the bottom of the second with 1 out and the base is still loaded. Julian Lee had an RBI single and scored earlier this inning. Steps up to the plate for the second. And Lee's going to ground this one towards Coronios. He'll throw it to first and get the out. So no run comes around to score, but Lee makes it to first on the fielder's choice. Bases loaded with 2 outs now here in the bottom of the second. David Vilches will be the batter. He had an RBI double and scored as well here in the second inning earlier. Vilches ripped a hard line drive to straightaway center over top of Jordan Stickler's head in center field. Stickler could do nothing about that one. Big swing on the first pitch from Vilches. Can't keep up with the pitch, and it's 0-1. And Vilches gets all of that one, but it's not going to be fair. That's a foul ball. Foul ball from David Vilches. That one just past the foul pole. If it was fair, could have been a grand slam from number 27. He'll get another opportunity here on the third pitch. We'll see what he can do with it. Count is 0-2. And Vilches fouls it off just behind home plate. Oh, 2 count at the plate. And Vilches is going to lift this one high and deep to center field. This one's going to be at the track. And Jordan Stickler gets it just at the wall. And that's the third out of the second inning. Mavericks bring around 6 runs there in the bottom of the second inning and take a 7-0 lead.
And Medicine Hat News. This happening brought to you by Safety Net.
Mavericks currently have 6 hits in the game and 7 runs. Fort McMurray coming into the top of the third with 2 hits and no runs yet. Matt Brooks takes the mound for the third inning here. After 2 innings pitched, he's given up 2 hits and no runs. He struck out 3 Giants batters.
All right, fans, we got some special guests we'd like to welcome to the game today. Sandra House, Mark Clark, Joanna Clark, Mal Nesbury. We got John Dawes, Jana Foreman, Josh Hopping, and Peter Askew, all visiting from England. Welcome to Canada. Welcome to Mavericks Baseball. Enjoy your time in Canada's sunniest city.
Here in the top of the third, it'll be the 9-1-2 hitters, Tristan Richardson, Jordan Stickler, and BJ Menarson.
Number 8 batting for Fort Mac.
Tristan Richardson sees the first pitch and fouls it off into left field foul territory. David Vilches, the third baseman, almost made the play on it. He was close to making a sliding grab in the dirt. But the ball found the ground, so he gets another opportunity. Richardson does at the plate. And it's an 0-1 count. Second pitch is in, and it's outside from Matt Brooks. Tristan Richardson watches that one go by. And the third pitch from Brooks is down low that time. Richardson watches it go by again. He gets ahead now, 2-1. Richardson swings through the fourth. Brooks offering, evens up to count. Richardson goes down swinging. And there's one up, one down here in the third. Now batting for the second time in the game, it's their top of the order batter, number 26, Jordan Stickler. Stickler is 0 for 1 in a day. Grounded out to Carson Johnson, the shorts. Louis Canjura, the shortstop tonight in the first inning. First game at home where Carson Johnson is not playing short. It's Louis Canjura out there this evening. And this one's high and deep in left field from Stickler. Julian Lee tracks back on it. He finds it in the shade. And that's 2 up, 2 down from the Giants here in the top of the third. BJ Menarson is 0 for 1 in a day. Steps up to the plate, looking to get on base for the first time. Menarson playing second base this evening. And he steps up to the plate here with 2 outs and nobody on. And he'll hit this one right back at Matt Brooks. Over top of second base into center field, and he'll be on with a 2-out single. BJ Menarson gets the third hit of the evening for the Giants. There's now 1 on here in the third inning with 2 outs as Jonathan Lindell steps up to the plate. Lindell is 1 for 1. He singled in the first. First pitch from Brooks is inside. Fastball can't find the strike zone. It's 1-0. 7-0 is the score. Mavericks lead here in the top of the third. 2-0 count at the plate to Jonathan Lindell as there's 2 outs and 1 on for the Giants. Menarson is on first base after his 2-out single. And Lindell is going to foul this one off. He pops it up behind home plate into the stands. Makes the count 2-1. Two-one count, and Brooks checks Menarson on first base. Menarson dives back and is safe. His lead wasn't that far. Matt Brooks with a good-looking slider that time. Finds his spot, and it's 2-2. Evens up the count. Brooks looking for his 5th strikeout of the evening. And he's not going to get it on pitch number 5. He fills the count. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here to Jonathan Lindell. There's 2 outs in the top of the third. Brooks and the Mavericks trying to get through 3 here at Athletic Park scoreless. And Lindell's going to go down looking. Brooks finds the outside corner again. He now has 5 strikeouts through 3 innings. And Fort McMurray has 3 hits but no runs.
Here's a sign by number 18, Jackson Hoagie in the program. Way to go. You want a gift certificate from Archie's Ice and Water. Recommended by Aquaman, by the way. Go see Lindsay in the ticket office to receive your prize. Courtesy Archie's Ice and Water. This afternoon brought to you by Red Velvet Hair and Body Bar, the official hair salon of the Mavericks, and Lindy Carter.
Pitching change for the visiting Fort McMurray Giants. Number 21, Ryan Dunn, comes into the game in relief of Pedrick Walsh. Pedrick Walsh gets through 2 innings, giving up 7 runs on 6 hits and 3 walks. He struck out 1 batter, that being Sal Rodriguez. He threw 69 pitches, 42 strikes, and 27 balls. Not the start he was looking for in his first start of the season for the Giants. Ryan Dunn comes in relief for Walsh. Dunn is making his 15th appearance in relief this season. So far through 14 appearances, he's pitched 14 and a third innings, giving up 13 hits, 11 runs, 10 of them earned. He's walked 12 batters and only has 1 strikeout. He has an 0-3 record with a 4.88 ERA. He appeared yesterday in last night's game in an 8-5 Mavericks victory. Ryan Dunn picked up the loss for the Giants, going 1/3 of an inning, giving up 1 run on 2 walks and no hits.
Number 16, right fielder Michael Kahn.
We'll see if he can come out of this game, hopefully not picking up the loss. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters here in the bottom of the 3rd. Michael Kahn, David Salguero, and Louis Canjura. Kahn is 0 for 1 this game, so he'll be looking for his first hit of the night. 1-1 count as Kahn will foul off the second Ryan Dunn offering. One and one at the plate, the leadoff hitter for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 3rd. And the 3rd pitch is up high from Dunn. That makes it 2-1. Three and one as the pitch is inside and low that time. Can't find the strike zone again. And Michael Kahn gets ahead 3-1. And Kahn's going to swing on that one and ground it towards Coronios at first base. Dunn's going to cover the base, and Coronios will make the throw. 3-1 gets the first out of the bottom of the 3rd. 1 up, 1 down now as Salguero steps up to the plate for the 3rd time. He walked and scored in the 1st inning and tripled and scored in the 2nd with an RBI. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI. 2 runs scored already in 2 innings. We'll see if he can make it 3 for 3 here in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch is down low. It's 1-0. One and one count. Called strike at the plate on the pitch that looked way inside. And Salguero is going to launch this one deep to right field. And that one's over the wall. That one hits the wall. Looked like it was over momentarily on our white wall. Hits the Medicine Hat News sign out there in right field, and Salguero has a stand-up double. Salguero now 2 for 2. He has a triple and a double in this game. Salguero hits a double off the wall here in the third inning. Almost looked like it was over. Hit just about at the top.
Copy that.
As Louis Canjura now steps up for the third time. Canjura is 0 for 2 so far. He reached in the second inning from an error from the first baseman, Zachary Coronios. He has an RBI from that at bat, and he also scored in the second inning, one of the 6 runs that came around. First pitch to him here in the third inning is called strike. It's 0-1. Salguero reaches at least second for the third straight inning. Good start to the game from the speedy center fielder. And the count to Canjura is 1-1 as that one is in the dirt. One and one here to Canjura with 1 out here in the bottom of the third, and Canjura is going to hit this one into short center field. Salguero is going to advance to third on the base hit from Louis Canjura. It's the first of the night for Canjura. Canjura is now 1 for 3, and with 1 out here in the bottom of the third, Mavericks have runners on the corners.
The Mavericks now wearing the regular home whites. That means the comic book themed jerseys are now on sale at the souvenir booth. However, they are going very, very fast. We're almost all gone. So if you still want one, you better make it down to the souvenir booth now to claim yours. Proceeds to the Alberta Children's Hospital.
Colton Wright steps up to the plate for the third time. He's 0 for 1 in the day. He walked and scored in the second inning. Comes up with runners on the corner. Salguero on third. And Louis Canjura all the way on first base. Mavericks lead 7-0 here in the bottom of the third. And Colton Wright's going to rip this one deep into right field. That one's going to roll all the way just about at the wall. Louis Canjura is coming around third. He's heading home. And Colton Wright has a 2 RBI triple. The second 2 RBI triple of the game for the Mavericks. And it's 9-0 for the Mavericks here in the third inning. Salguero comes around to score for the third straight inning. He's 3 for 3 this game. 9-0 for the Mavericks. Much better game from Medicine Hat than they had this afternoon when they only got 6 hits and 3 runs. Nicholas Cardinal threw the 7-inning complete game. He shut down the Mavericks, but they've come alive this evening. 1 runner still on for the Mavs. In scoring position, Colton Wright on third base after his 2 RBI triple. Zach Gray steps up to the plate. He's 2 for 2, 2 singles with 2 RBIs. He'll be looking for RBI number 3 here in the third inning. Two-0 count at the plate to Zach Gray. It's 9-0 for the Mavericks. And Gray's going to rip this one into right field as well. It's fair. And Gray's going to have himself an RBI double. That's 10 hits now for the Mavericks and 10 runs as well.
And there you go, fans. 10 hits. You know what that means? That means Wendy's.
Mavericks already up 10-0 here in the third inning with 10 hits.
Make sure you get yours at the front gates when you leave the stadium tonight. That 10th hit brought to you by Wendy's.
Zach Gray, 3 for 3 now. 2 RBI singles and an RBI double. Colton Wright has 2 RBI. Louis Canjura, Salguero, Radai, Julian Lee, and David Vilches all with 1. The man at the plate, Sal Rodriguez and Michael Condi, only Mavericks batters without RBIs yet this game. Rodriguez steps up to the plate, 0 for 1 this game. He struck out in the first inning but was hit by a pitch in the second. He was left on base. He did not come around as one of those 6 runs that the Mavericks got in the second inning. Zach Gray on second base after his RBI double. Only 1 out here in the third inning. First pitch is into Rodriguez, called strike on the inside corner. Ryan Dunn gets ahead, is a 0-1 count. And it's a strike on the outer half. Ryan Dunn finds a spot again, finding the corners in this at-bat. Count at the plate now 0-2. Rodriguez has already struck out once this game. He was looking that time. In an 0-2 count, we'll see what happens here. Here's the third pitch. And Rodriguez is going to foul that one off down the third base line. Can't keep it fair like his counterparts have done recently. Colton Wright and Zach Gray both with hits right down the first base line. They kept theirs fair, and we'll see what Rodriguez can do on the next pitch. Ryan Dunn still looking for that second out of this third inning for the Giants. And Rodriguez is going to slap a hard ground ball towards B.J. Menarson on second base. He'll make the throw to first. Zachary Coronios gets the putout. And there's now 2 gone here in the third inning. Zach Gray advances to third on the ground out. So there's 2 outs with a man on third for the Mavericks, and Nolan Radai, who's 1 for 1, comes up to the plate. Radai's 1 for 1. He singled and scored in the second, and then later in the second inning, he walked and got an RBI. First pitch from Dunn is well up high, makes the count 1-0. Second pitch finds the strike zone from Dunn. That one on the inside half makes the count 1-1. Radai fouls one off behind home plate for the third pitch. Makes the count 1-2. Radai gets behind. One-two count at the plate, and Radai fouls off another one. Looks like it'll land probably just about in the same spot behind the stands. Still a 1-2 count, Done with the fifth pitch. And Radai's gonna pop this one up into the stands again. Adam North was running after it, but he couldn't make the play as it landed in the stands. Another foul ball. 3 foul balls in this at-bat.
I didn't know what happened there, do you?
Still a 1-2 count. And Radai hits this one hard and deep in the left field. Gets a little bit too under it. Popped it up too high. Mike Bowes gets under it and makes the out. And we're through 3 innings now, going into the top of the 4th. Mavericks up 10-0.
Mavericks with the double digits, 10-0, top of the 4th inning coming up. All right. right, fans, I don't know what's going on down the field level. It looks like something's going on. Could it be the J. Jonah Jameson Challenge? I think it could be. I see Monty there dressed up in his best superhero gear. Guys, down
Top of the fourth now. Mavericks lead 10-0. Mavericks have 10 hits this game. And the Giants only have 3 through 3 innings. Matt Brooks comes out for the 4th inning. Through 3, he's only given up 3 hits to the Giants. No runs have come around to score. No walks on the Giants as well. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters. Middle of the order for the Giants here in the 4th inning. Liam Rahala, Zachary Coronios, and Mike Bowes. All 3 batters are 0 for 1 so far this game. Rahala and Bowes striking out. First pitch here to Liam Rahala is fouled off.
Shortstop.
And Rahala will foul off another one. Both foul balls just behind home plate. Matt Brooks gets ahead 0-2 in the count. Brooks looking for a 6th strikeout. And he's not going to get it in 3 pitches this time. That one too low of the strike zone. It's a ball, makes it 1-2. Count at the plate is 1-2 as Rahala fouls off another one. And the 5th pitch from Brooks is outside, evens up the count 2-2. Two at the plate. And Rahala is going to pop this one high towards Mavericks dugout. And Vilches makes the play almost inside the dugout there. Gets the out. And there's 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 4th. Vilches with the catch at the dugout. That's the first time we've seen one of those types of plays here at Athletic Park this season. Vilches getting a big cheer from the crowd for that play. Good effort from the Mavericks 3rd baseman. Now batting is Zachary Coronios. He swings at the first pitch he sees and grounds towards Nolan Radai at second base. Radai will make the scoop and the throw. And there's 2 up, 2 down from the Giants here in the 4th.
Number 99 for Fort McMurray is left fielder Mike Bowes.
Stepping up to the plate with nobody on and 2 out. Left fielder number 99, Mike Bowes. 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out looking in the 2nd inning. First pitch at the plate is a strike. And so is the second from Matt Brooks. He paints the line on the outer half. 0-2 count. Brooks looking for strikeout number 6. And he's not going to get it. It looked like he hit the same spot he did before. That one just outside of the strike zone. Can't find a line. It's 1-2. And Bowles is going to foul this one off over top of the Giants dugout. Gets to extend the at bat. Keeps the count 1-2. Two outs here in the top of the fourth. Mike Bowles at the plate. And Bowles fouls off another one, this time down the third base line. It extends the at bat, stays in there. It's still 1-2. And Bowles gonna reach for that one on the outer half. He pokes at it, makes contact, but only grounds out to the first baseman, Zach Gray. He steps on the plate. And the top of the fourth is over. Fort McMurray gets no hits there in the fourth. Still only 3 hits through 4 innings.
Nothing across for Fort Mac in their half of the fourth inning.
Mavericks go into the bottom of the fourth, still up 10-0.
This half inning brought to you by River Dental, the official dentists and hygienists of the Mavericks. If they can handle senior tooth fangs, I'm sure they can handle yours at River Dental. And by your Shanko and Hyder, criminal defense lawyers who allegedly kept Harvey Dent out of jail. Your Shanko and Hyder, criminal defense lawyers.
It's another pitching change for the visiting Fort McMurray Giants. Number 34, Nate McHenrick, comes in to pitch now here in the fourth inning. Nate McHenrick's making his 9th appearance in relief for the Giants this season. Through 8 appearances, he's pitched 10 1/3 innings, giving up 17 hits, 10 runs, 9 of them earned, only 3 walked batters, and 9 strikeouts. McHenrick has no wins and no losses on the season and an ERA of 6.09. McHenrick appeared in last night's game between these two teams. He pitched 1 inning, giving up 1 hit, striking out 2 batters, and allowed no runs to come around. We'll see if he can have the same fate again here tonight. Last night he allowed no runs in his 1 inning of work. See if he can go longer here while doing the same. Here in the bottom of the fourth, Mavericks up 10-0. And it's the bottom of the order for the Mavericks, the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Julian Lee, David Vilches, and Michael Kahn. Lee at the plate now, and it's a 0-1 count. 1-1 now as McHenrick throws one a little low, can't find a strike zone. Lee watches it go by. Julian Lee and David Vilches are both 1 for 2 with RBIs each this game. They both have RBI doubles, which took place in the second inning. 2-1 at the plate to Julian Lee, the leadoff batter for the Mavericks in the fourth inning. Curveball from McHenrick that Julian Lee only gets a small piece of. He fouls it off behind home plate. He evens up the count 2-2. And the third pitch from McHenrick. Outside and in the dirt, it's 3-2. Three-two count at the plate, and Lee is going to be plunked on the head. Second Mavericks batter hit tonight. First one where the batter is hit in the helmet. Lee takes his base on first. With the leadoff runner on from the hit by pitch, David Vilches steps up to the plate for the third time. 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch is in there, called strike. 0-1 is the count. Vilches hit a line drive double to center field. And the second at bat, he flew out to center field as well. He's been hitting the ball hard this evening. And we'll see what he does here in the fourth. 1-1 at the plate, no outs, 1 runner on for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 10-0 is the score, Mavericks lead. Nate McHenrick on the mound now for the Giants. He's the third pitcher in this game for the Fort McMurray Giants. McHenrick checks Lee at first base. Lee dives back safely. His lead was not that far. Lee takes off for second. It's a hit and run. And it's a good choice from him as the ball lands safely in center field. David Vilches gets the single. And Julian Lee advances to second. Vilches with his second hit of the evening. He's now 2 for 3.
For the Mavericks, number 16.
And 2 runners are on. 2 runners now on for the Mavs. No outs with Michael Kahn stepping up to the plate, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. He's 0 for 2 so far this game. Flew out to right field and grounded out to the first baseman in the second and third innings. Kahn looking for his first hit of the evening, and now would be a good time for him to get it with a runner in scoring position out there on second. Julian Lee has got some speed, so anything out in the outfield that finds some grass, he'd likely be able to score. First pitch of the at-bat. And Kahn's going to foul this one off towards the Mavericks dugout. Brandon Green's after it. And he's going to make the basket catch over his head. Michael Kahn is out on the play by the third baseman in foul territory.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Kimmy. Salguero steps up to the plate now. It's a 1-0 count for him. Salguero is 2 for 2 on a day. He walked and scored in the first inning, tripled with an RBI and scored in the second inning, and doubled and scored in the third inning. Comes up here for his fourth plate appearance in the fourth inning, and we'll see what he can do. He's on base. He's got on base 3 times already. 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Runners still on first and second for the Mavericks. And the third pitch from Nate McHenrick finds the bottom inside corner. Good pitch from him. He finds a spot, and it's a 2-1 count. And Salguero's going to pop this one up high into short right field. Second baseman, B.J. Menarson, steps back and makes the grab. Salguero is retired for the first time this evening.
Challenge here right away. Are we doing the trivia challenge here right away? Are we coming up here quick?
Louis Canjura steps up to the plate with 2 outs and 2 on here in the bottom of the 4th. Canjura is 1 for 3 this game. He scored twice and has an RBI. First pitch from McHenrick. Canjura swings right through, can't keep up with it, makes it a 0-1 count. One and one, the pitch at the plate was down low. Julian Lee was taking a very long lead at second base. Adam North noticed that, took a throw to second. Lee is back safely. Still 2 on for the Mavs. And my mistake, it's an 0-2 count at the plate. (0-2) to Louis Canjura. And that's 1-2. The third pitch is in the dirt. Nate McHenrick trying to get out of this 4th inning, allowing no runs to come around. Medicine Hat has scored in the first 3 innings. And Canjura is going to go down swinging. McHenrick gets the strikeout, and no runs will come around. We go into the top of the 5th with the Mavericks still leading 10-0. The 4th inning, the first inning, where the Mavs don't get any runs.
Okay, guys, we got something going on there. By the way, great jersey, Monty. Looking good, looking sharp. Let's go down to Brittany. I think we got a little bit of fun planned. Brittany?
Hey guys, I'm here on Wyatt and Tansy, and they are going to do the pizza trivia. So the first question is, which girl wears the red mask? Alright, what is Michelangelo's favorite type of pizza? You got jelly bean, pepperoni, or rat? Pepperoni. Jelly bean? Alright,
Matt Brooks steps up to onto the mound for the 5th inning. Through 4, he's given him no runs on 3 hits and no walks. He struck out 5 Giants batters in 4 innings on 53 pitches. During those 53 pitches, Brooks has thrown 38 strikes and 15 balls. 5 strikeouts, no runs, and 3 hits so far is the stat line for Matt Brooks. It'll be the 7, 8, 9 hitters for the Giants here in the 5th inning. Matt Brooks set him down 4, 5, 6 in the 4th. It was Liam Rahala, Zachary Cronios, and Mike Bowes. So here in the 5th, it'll be Brandon Green, Adam North, and Tristan Richardson. Brandon Green is 1 for 1. He singled in the 2nd inning. Adam North and Tristan Richardson are both 0 for 1, both with strikeouts. Brandon Green steps up to the plate for the 2nd time now, looking for his 2nd hit of the evening.
Beer batter, brought to you by Butcher Blinds, number 11, Brandon Green.
Green got the first hit of the game for the Giants this evening. First pitch from Brooks. Green swings right through. Makes the count 0-1. They're not going to say he went around on the 2nd pitch. The offering from Brooks is outside. Count is now 1-1. 2-1 now as Brooks throws one high and inside. And Green is going to slap this one deep into right field. Michael Kahn on to run, can't make the grab. And Green is going to be in there with a double. He's 2 for 2 now. Good opposite field hit from Brandon Green. Got over top of the head of Michael Kahn. And he's in there with a leadoff double. Adam North steps up to the plate. The catcher is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Strikeout swinging in the second inning. Watches the first pitch go by for a strike on the outside corner. Matt Brooks finds his spot again. Leadoff batter from the Giants here in the 5th inning. Got a double. Brandon Green. He's 2 for 2 now. Fort McMurray have a good opportunity here in the 5th to get a run or two on the board. Score is currently 10-0 for the Mavericks in the top of the 5th. No outs here. Giants batting. Adam North in an 0-2 count. Brooks looking to punch him out for the second time this game. Can't do so in 3. The third pitch is outside. One-two count at the plate. Brooks still looking for that first out of the inning. And he's going to get it. North goes down swinging for the second time this game. That's the 6th strikeout of the evening for Matt Brooks.
Number 3, now batting, right fielder, number 8, Tristan Richardson.
6 punch-outs now for Brooks. He's got North twice, Richardson once, Mike Bowes once, and Liam Ringen. He'll look to fare better here in the 5th. First pitch to Richardson is outside. Makes the count 1-0. One and one. Brooks finds the strike zone there. Evens up the count. And Richardson's going to pop this one high into right center. Michael Kahn gets under it and makes a catch. Throws it in early to second base. Tanjura made the catch, but Brandon Green gets back. He's safe. Two are gone now here on the top of the 5th for the Giants. Still only one hit for the Giants here in the 5th inning. Brandon Green's out there on second, still in scoring position for Jordan Stickler. Top of the order batter for the Giants, steps up for the 3rd time. Stickler's 0 for 2 so far.
Copy that, thank you.
0-1 count. Brooks finds the top outside corner. First strike of the at-bat makes it 0-1. Oh, 2 Brooks with another called strike. This one on the inside, bottom corner. Brooks is in control tonight with his pitches, looking for his 7th punch-out here in 5 innings. And he won't get it there in 3 pitches. That one just outside. Called outside, just missed the outer half. Just off the line, it's 1-2. And Stickler's going to foul off the fourth pitch.
Because we sold so many jersey tickets, that means we've got 3 jersey winners. Rob McLeod, Dave Smith, and Albie Hauk. Congratulations, you've all won jerseys. Go down to the jersey booth now to claim your prize.
1-2 count at the plate. Jordan Stickler sticking in there.
Thank you.
After the foul ball. And the fifth pitch is in the dirt. Colton Wright throws it to third on the run. And Brandon Green is safe on the wild pitch.
That was the slowest safe I've ever seen.
2-2 at the plate. Brandon Green now on third base for the Giants. Giants still looking for that first run of the game. And the sixth pitch from Brooks is just high. Full count now to Jordan Stickler. He's looking to get on base for the first time this game. Looking for either a hit or a walk here on the next pitch. And he's going to be walked in 7. That's the first Giants walk of the game. Matt Brooks goes 4 2/3 without giving up a walk. Giants now have runners on the corners here in the 5th inning. Giants looking for that first run. B.J. Menarson is 1 for 2 and steps up to the plate. He singled in the 3rd inning, his last at bat. He'll look for another base hit here to drive that run in from third. Giants with 4 hits now so far here in the 5th inning. Oh, 2 count at the plate to Menarson. Matt Brooks gets 2 straight called strikes. Oh, 2. Here's the third pitch, and it's in the dirt from Brooks. Makes a count 1-2. Brooks and the Mavericks still looking for that third out here in the 5th inning. And on the fourth pitch, B.J. Menarson is going to line towards the second baseman, Radai, and he makes a jumping catch on Menarson.
Next best thing to a superhero, though. All right.
Nolan Radai makes a jumping grab and ends the 5th inning. He's flying high here on Superhero Night at Athletic Park.
Oh, wait, that's Kimmy. Or is that Supergirl? Guys, down to you, and it's called the Frozone Challenge.
Down on field with Madison and Tristan. They're going to play the Frozone Frozen T-shirt contest. Okay, guys, whoever can get their T-shirt on the fastest wins. So, you guys can go right now. Cheer them on time to see if you can get these T-shirts on.
Come on, fans, let's cheer them on.
Fort McMurray gets no runs. They're in the top of the 5th. They leave 2 runners on, 1 on third and another runner on first.
Guys, the secret is to pound it on the ground. They like to knock the daylights out of that shirt.
Here in the bottom of the 5th, it'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters. From the Mavericks, Colton Wright, Zach Gray, and Sal Rodriguez. Guards, you gotta help me find out who this pitcher is. They got on a pitching change. You have another pitching change from the Giants.
You guys really got to start beating on those shirts. That's the only way.
Nate McHenrick gets through 1 inning, giving up 1 hit and no runs. So on back-to-back nights, he throws 1 inning to the Mavs. and gives them no runs either time. Now pitching for the Giants is number 25, Logan Cameron. Cameron makes his 6th appearance out of the bullpen tonight. Through 5 appearances, he's pitched 7 innings, only giving up 4 hits and 4 runs. 3 of them earned. He's walked 9 batters in those 7 innings and struck out 4. Cameron has an ERA of 3 this season.
For the Mavericks, number 25, the catcher, Colton Wright.
Cameron will go through the 3, 4, 5 hitters here. The heart of the order for the Mavs: Colton Wright, Zach Gray, and Sal Rodriguez. All 3 power hitters who like to go deep for the Mavs. Colton Wright with 5 home runs. Sal Rodriguez and Zach Gray both with 3 this season. One and one count. A second pitch from Cameron's in the dirt.
I think one of the speakers are blown or something, because that doesn't sound really shit. It sounds like garbage.
Third pitch is just outside. Can't find the strike zone again. Makes it 2-1. And Colton Wright's going to pop one up into right field. Tristan Richardson makes the grab. Easy play for him as Colton Wright got right under that one. Wright is now 1 for 3. He still has that triple with 2 RBIs this game. Zach Gray steps up to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th with 1 out and nobody on. First pitch from Cameron is in there for a strike. It's an 0-1 count. One and one's the count now on the pitch inside. And Zach Gray fouls one off towards the Giants' dugout. He evens up the count now, 2-2. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Raise your hands up nice and high if you don't have a 50-50 yet. One of our sellers will come to you.
2-2 to Zach Gray. Gray is 3 for 3 on the day. He has 2 RBI singles and 1 RBI double. 3 for 3 with 3 RBI. He has no runs, although making it on base 3 times. Another foul ball from Gray keeps the count 2-2, and he gets another chance up in the batter's box. Third foul ball of the at-bat. Keeps the count 2-2. Zach Gray extending his plate appearance. And Gray is going to strike out swinging here for the second out of the 5th inning. Logan Cameron with his first strikeout of the night.
That brings up for the Mavericks, to the DH number 20, Sal Rodriguez.
Rodriguez batting for the fourth time this game. He's 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Looking for his first hit of the night. He gets down 0-1. Good pitch on the other half from Logan Cameron to find the strike zone. And Rodriguez will take a big daddy hack at the second one. He can't find it. He misses. It's 0-2. Rodriguez 0 for 2, looking for his first hit of the night. And he's going to foul one off. Keeps the count the same and has another opportunity at the plate. Nolan Radai on deck. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. Slider thrown from Cameron. Can't find a strike zone. He leaves that one just up high. Sal Rodriguez watches it go by, and it's 1-2. 2-2 count as the fifth pitch is just low of the strike zone. Evens up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Rodriguez is going to foul off another one.
Exceptional service and dedicated client support for all your real estate needs for the past 18 years. Call or text today.
2 outs in the bottom of the fifth. Logan Cameron trying to get it 2 straight innings where the Mavericks don't score. And Rodriguez fouls off another one, the third foul ball of this at-bat. 7 pitches now in this at-bat as we wait for number 8 from Logan Cameron. And it's another foul ball from Rodriguez. That's number 4 of the at-bat. And it will now be a 9-pitch at-bat from Rodriguez. Good plate appearance from the designated hitter. And Rodriguez hits this one hard and deep into center field. This one's going to be at the wall. And Rodriguez has himself a stand-up double. Jordan Stickler made the jumping effort for it, but couldn't come up with it. It's a 9-pitch double from Sal Rodriguez, just about a perfect at-bat from the designated hitter. Can't get much better than that. Now batting for the 4th time here in the 5th inning. The second baseman, number 1, Nolan Radai. He's 1 for 2 so far with a walk. He made a great jumping grab to end the top of the 5th. Now he steps up to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th and is in a 1-0 count. One and one on the called strike. Second pitch finds the bottom half of the strike zone. Radai watches it go by. Not the pitch he wanted. And Radai is going to line this one towards the shortstop, Liam Rahala. And just like Radai did in the top of the 5th, Rahala makes a great jumping grab to end the half inning.
Your fans, reminder that superhero night. So we've got contests, jerseys.
We're now going into the top of the 6th inning with the Mavericks still leading 10-0. Mavericks scored 1 run in the first, 6 in the second, and 3 in the third to get their 10 runs.
Thank you for attending Superhero Night.
Matt Brooks comes out for the 6th inning. Through 5, he's given up 4 hits to the Giants. He's walked 1 batter and given them no runs. 6 strikeouts so far in the evening. Brooks will have to get through the 3, 4, 5 hitters of the Giants here in the 6th. Jonathan Lindale, Liam Rahala, and Zachary Coronios. Lindale 1 for 2, Rahala and Coronios both 0 for 2. Lindell is stepping up to the plate. Here to lead off the top of the 6th. Lindell 1 for 2 on a day. He singled in the first inning and he struck out in the third.
Number 15, John Lindau.
First pitch from Brooks is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Another called strike from Brooks makes the count 0-2 against Jonathan Lindale, who's already struck out once this game. Matt Brooks will be looking for strikeout number 7 here. And Lindale will foul one off into the netting, keeps the count at 0-2. And Lindale's going to ground this one past David Vilches on third, and he's going to have himself a leadoff base hit. That's the 5th hit of the night for the Giants. We'll see if they can make that one count here in the top of the 6th as Liam Rahala steps up to the plate. Rahala is 0 for 2 so far this evening. First pitch Rahala sees, he swings through. And the second pitch is a called strike on the outside half. Makes the count 0-2. Rahala fouls off the third pitch. Just behind home plate. Keeps the count 0-2. Rahala gets another opportunity. Fourth pitch lands low. Matt Brooks can't keep it in the strike zone. Makes the count 1-2. And Rahala is going to pop this one up just behind second base. David Salguero calls for it in short center. He'll make the grab. And that's 1 out now here in the top of the 6th.
Your attention fans, pinch hitter number 2, Jeanne McClellan. Now batting.
Pinch hitter for the Giants here in the 6th inning, number 2, Jane McMillan. McMillan had a pinch hit opportunity in last night's game, but couldn't come through for the Giants. We'll see if he can here tonight. Quick throw from Colton Wright. Gets the base runner out on first. The Giants runner on first base had a long lead. Colton Wright saw that, made the throw to first, and got the second out of the inning. Jonathan Lindell is caught running. And there's now nobody on here in the 6th inning. And it's a 1-2 count at the plate. And McMillan's going to fly this one into left field. Julian Lee gets under it. And that's the top of the 6th over. McMillan goes 0 for 1 and his pinch hit opportunity. Good play from the Mavericks catcher, Colton Wright, to get Jonathan Lindell out on first base. Still, no runs have come around for the Giants. Through 6. Going into the bottom of the 6th inning, it's still 10-0.
Benefits of rest and relaxation are undeniable, and floating at 1,000 pounds of Epsom salts will help you do this. Go check it out now. Serenity Float Center, a proud supporter of your Mavericks.
Okay, I'll stand by whenever you say copy.
Mavericks come out in the bottom of the 6th. It'll be the bottom of the order. 7, 8, 9, Julian Lee, David Vilches, and Michael Kahn. Lee 1 for 2, David Vilches 2 for 3. Michael Kahn is 0 for 3. Logan Cameron comes out for the 6th inning. Through 1 inning, he only gave up 1 hit and no runs. The Giants will send him back out there for his 2nd inning for him to pitch. Leadoff batter here in the 6th inning, Julian Lee. He's 1 for 2 after being hit by a pitch in the 4th inning. He doubled with an RBI and later scored in the 2nd. And Lee's going to ground this one towards Logan Cameron. And the pitcher will make the grab and pitch it to the first baseman, Jane McMillan. And there's now 1 out.
Now batting for the Mavericks, number 27. Third baseman David Vilches.
Vilches steps up to the plate now, and he's in a 1-0 count. And Vilches is going to hit this high just behind second base. And B.J. Minarski.
Now batting for the Mavericks right fielder, number 16, Michael Kahn.
And the first pitch Michael Kahn swings on, and he's going to foul it off just behind the Mavericks dugout. Michael Kahn now on an 0-1 count with nobody on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. One and 2 count. Third pitch is a called strike at the plate. Here in the bottom of the 6th, it's still 10-0 for the Mavericks. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Michael Kahn batting right now in a 1-2 count. And Kahn's going to ground this one towards Liam Rahala. He makes the grab and the throw on over to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning here in the 6th inning. 3 straight innings now where the Mavericks don't score. We haven't had a run from either team since the 3rd inning. Mavericks getting 1 in the 1st, 6 in the 2nd, and 3 in the 3rd inning. No runs since that point in the game. Mavericks come into the top of the 7th now, still leading by 10 runs. Mavericks have 12 hits this game compared to the Fort McMurray 5. Matt Brooks comes out for the 7th inning. Through 6 innings, Brooks has given up no runs to the Giants on 5 hits and a walk. He also has 6 strikeouts and 88 pitches, 62 strikes and 26 walks. Matt Brooks still has a shutout going here into the 7th inning. Through 6, only giving up 5 hits to the Giants, as it'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters from Fort McMurray here in the 7th inning. Mike Bowes, Brandon Green, and Adam North. Bowes and North both 0 for 2. Brandon Green 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Yeah. Another pinch hitter here is not Mike Bowes at the plate. It's number 12, John Lasciavo.
Pinch hitter, John Lasciavo.
Lasciavo in a 1-1 count. Mike Bowes is replaced here in the 7th. He went 0 for 2. Zachary Coronios, who was replaced in the 6th, also went 0 for 2 this game. Lasciavo flies out into deep left field. Julian Lee gets under it and makes the catch. He had to track back a good 30 feet for that one, almost at the warning track.
And now, tonight's beer batter.
Lee makes the grab, and Lasciavo is retired in his pinch hit opportunity.
If he strikes out during tonight's game, $1 off beer for the next 10 minutes.
Brandon Green is 2 for 2. He singled in the 2nd and doubled in the 5th. Steps up to the plate now with 1 gone and nobody on. He'll look to be the first base runner of the inning for the Giants. And he's going to ground this one towards Vilches. Vilches makes a hard throw over to Zach Gray. Almost knocks him off the base.
Right on the chest.
But it's a perfect throw from Vilches. And he'll get the second out of the 7th inning.
He's got like big shoulders. He works out a lot. Strong dude.
Batting now in place of Adam North. Another pitch hitter is number 22, Joshua Ionetti.
22, Josh Ionetti.
Joshua Ionetti gets his first hacks of the game. And the first pitch he sees is upstairs. Can't find a strike zone. It's 1-0. And Ionetti's going to fly this one into shallow right. That one's going to land right in between the first and second baseman and the right fielder. Ionetti gets a base hit. He's 1 for 1 on the day.
Take your program now to the Mavericks office to claim your prize from Taco Time.
What are you in 7th right now?
Tristan Richardson, the number 9 batter, steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 so far. Comes on with 2 outs and a runner on base. Joshua Ionetti on first after the base hit. One ball, no strikes at the plate. Matt Brooks trying to get out of the 7th inning here. And Richardson's going to hit this one high and hard deep to right field. Michael Collin looks to be under it at the wall, and he lost it. That one lands on the warning track. Ionetti's going to come around from first and try and score. He'll do so. And Tristan Richardson's going to advance to third on the throw. Richardson's with an RBI double off the wall. And that makes the game 10-1 with the RBI. Good hit from Richardson there. Almost left the park. That one just off the wall. But he gets on third. Who is that on? Rat-Eye? And